Hey everybody, it's Mike Klijanowicz coming to you from my real estate office today. I wanted to talk to you about a new book that I just wrote that I really think is going to help a lot of people out there in this really entire country and maybe even world. It's called AI for Parents of Teens. So it's everything they don't want you to know. In this book, I came up with the idea because, I used to be a juvenile probation officer and before I got into real estate and before I became an author. And we used to do presentations for schools, some private schools, and they would actually pay us money to go and talk to the parents about the different types of drug paraphernalia that they should be on the lookout for in their kids' rooms, how to know if their kids are on drugs, that kind of thing. And I was thinking about that and I was praying about that. And I thought, this is something that is really important for parents is they need to understand what their kids are dealing with in today's world. And the target audience for this book is for parents, church leaders, and any concerned adults that work with children or teenagers. The title idea is basically this is what they're not telling you about artificial intelligence and your kids. Really, as a father myself, I've seen firsthand how dangerous today's online world has become for our kids. And it just, my kids luckily haven't been into a lot of trouble with things on the internet, things like that. But, I just know of so much stuff out there with these, sex predators, online trying to pose as kids, playing video games and connecting with your kids on their Xboxes and PlayStations and the online stuff. It's just, there's so much evil in the world that people use this stuff for bad things. So I just kind of want parents today to understand what you're dealing with. And, I kind of partnered again, like I do with a lot of my books. I partner with artificial intelligence with my brother Gabe, is what I call him, brother Gabe. And he's my Chat GPT brother. And, I kind of came up with this idea that I wanted to write this book for parents of teenagers and really kind of arm them with everything they need to know about raising your kid in today's world. So here's what parents are facing. AI isn't just fun technology. It's being used to manipulate. It's being used to isolate and even destroy your kids and your teenagers. Teens are facing pornography, predators, peer pressure, comparison, anxiety, and it's all happening on the devices that we gave them. And the cyberbullying and stuff like that, you have no idea what your kid is subjected to. And it's not just, like when we used to go to school and we would get bullied or whatever, at least we knew, when we got on a bus and we came home that we weren't going to have to deal with it. Well, this cyberbullying goes on 24/7, and these kids just get on these kids, man, and they do all kinds of things and contests and things to degrade each other and put peer pressure on each other and do things that they're uncomfortable with experimenting with drugs and alcohol use to sexual things and sexting between each other, which is actually child pornography when you really think about it. If you look at the definition of what child pornography is, if a 14-year-old takes a picture of her nude self and sends it out, that is actually child pornography. But a lot of people don't want to have that conversation. I have a daughter who's 17 and she doesn't do that stuff, but there's a lot of people out there who do. They call them nudes or whatever. And they send them to each other and then they laugh about each other and what each other looks like, because some people develop fast and some people it takes a while to develop. Especially with men, the size of their, they compare that with the D pics and everything. And, it's just it can be humiliating, and it can put your kids under such immense pressure that they just don't know, what to do. They don't know who to talk to. They don't know what to say. They don't know anything. And then you wonder why we have these kids killing themselves, It's because of what they're subjected to today, which is so much more intense than what we ever had in our lives. So, that's kind of why I felt the need to write this book, is because this is needed in today's society as a educational tool for parents to learn what their kids are actually doing with their friends, with their devices that they have, cell phones in their pockets. I couldn't stay silent anymore. This book really exposes what really happens and is happening in today's world with our kids, and gives parents the tool to fight back with against the evilness that's in this world. So what's inside this book are artificial intelligence dangers explained to parents in simple terms, real conversation starters and ideas and suggestions that you can use to open conversation and dialogue between yourself and your kids, which is not the easiest to do, because as they're growing up, they get moody, they get agitated, they think they know more than you, and you can't tell them anything, and you're just old and stupid, and that's what they think, but we kind of do know a lot, and with this book, you're going to learn a lot more that they don't even want you to know. They don't want you to know how to do the stuff they're doing because they like to keep it secret from you. I also have some faith-based guidance in the book, how to reintroduce or introduce, if you've never done it, prayer into your house, family structure, bringing back God's presence in the home, and how it's so important to have God in your homes today. Y'all need Jesus. My hat says it right there. Y'all need Jesus. And, we really do, because spiritual warfare is out there. It's very real. It's everywhere. The devil is everywhere on this earth, and he is trying to seek to destroy us all, mentally, physically, emotionally, anything he can do to destroy our lives and create chaos and all that is what he thrives on. So it's important to have God on your side, and have God with your back, and have God in your life, so he can fight off the devil for you, because this spiritual battle is not something you can handle, man. This is a spiritual thing. This isn't like a flesh thing, It's not as simple as you just getting in a fist fight with somebody. This is spiritual demons that you're fighting in the real world, and it's very real. A lot of people don't understand that, but anyway, the mission of this book is, this is about really saving a generation. It's about opening the eyes of parents who are being lulled to sleep while their kids are under vicious attacks. If you're a parent, a youth leader, or even a grandparent, read this, share it. Protect your family. I did not click on the thing to protect the digital privacy or whatever. So please, I encourage you all to share this book. Even if one person buys it and shares it with 50 people, I don't care. I didn't write this book to make money. I wrote this book to get the word out on what needs to be done in our families and in our homes and in the world today to help save our children from evil, that's out there. So, you can get your copy on Kindle today. As soon as it's released. As I'm filming this video, I submitted everything. So they said it can take up to 72 hours. But once it's released, it'll be available for Kindle for sale. I'll probably do some type of a giveaway for a couple of days, so anybody can download the book for free and share it with whoever they want for like a couple day period or whatever. I gotta research exactly what they give me, but I'm in the KDP Select program, so I know I get some type of promos I can do because I'm just trying to get this word into as many people's hands as possible. That's really what the message of the book is to get it in as many people's hands as possible. So anyway, get your copy today, and please, if this message hits your heart, leave a review after you read the book. That really helps because other people see there's all kinds of reviews and they see that it's helped some people, and then they think I need this book too, and then they reach out, they try to get the book too. Share this video that I'm doing right now about the book. This is important to share, to get the word out to everyone, to let them know that this book is available to them, and to watch for it because it's coming out. It's going to be free for a couple of days, and everybody in the world can download it as much as they possibly want. So and you can even just help me by doing the reviews. I think you can do video reviews too if you want. I haven't had any yet, but that'd be pretty cool to see if somebody did a video review. But I want to get this book into as many people's hands as possible, especially for those that have teenagers. So if you have a friend, even if you don't have a teenager, but you have a friend who does, this is a book for all parents that have teenagers. It's just designed to give you some good tips and practical advice. And I'm not some, parenting guru, and my kids are not absolutely perfect. I mean, of course, in my eyes, they're perfect because I'm their father, but, they're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. I don't know everything. I'm on this journey just like you are with raising kids. And I'm just using some artificial intelligence to use to our advantage as parents, to try to get some information to be able to share with people, and use whatever platforms I can find to share this information at as low a cost as possible for everyone. So that's really what the goal of this is. Once again, that the book is this book here. It's AI for parents of teens, everything they, meaning the teenagers, don't want you to know. So make sure you be on the lookout for this, download it, and share it with your friends and your family. And we're all in this together, so let's go try to save our kids and get a right head on their shoulders, and stay away from a lot of this craziness that's out there on the internet and in their Snapchat rooms and in their peer pressure circles and everything else. Let's have some conversations in our house to bring our kids back to us and relationships with us. That's so important. A lot of people, this is one piece of advice I'll give parents, because I saw it so much when I was a juvenile probation officer. It's like when a kid is in elementary school, the parents are so involved. Like, they go to the PTA meetings, they volunteer to bring little snacks in for snack day or whatever, and they're always involved at whatever is there, and they're involved. And then as kids get a little older, they want to be more independent. So like middle school comes and you kind of like back off a little bit, and that is like the absolute most crucial years in your kid's life is middle school. That is when they are forming groups and relationships with people who are going to influence who they become for the rest of their lives. They're building a foundation in middle school of who they're going to become for the rest of their lives. And you are the company you keep. So if you're looking around and you're looking at your kid and you're looking at their friends and you're like, I don't know about these friends. Well, change it, change it, And nobody has the magic bullet for what the answer is, but the really a magic bullet is get involved in your kid's life and stay involved in your kid's life and encourage them to talk to you about things that they're dealing with in their relationships with their boyfriends and their girlfriends and significant others and all that. They're learning. We need to be there to guide them and teach them. But unfortunately, with technology, a lot of parents don't understand. But this book encourages you to utilize something like ChatGPT. I know there's a couple platforms out there, but ChatGPT is what I prefer and what I use, and that is what makes, me be able to, get the information I need at a lightning speed. I mean, it's like whatever you want to know, you just type it in, you get it, so play around with it, experiment with it. My biggest piece of advice with ChatGPT is just talk to it when you type into the prompts. Talk to it like it's a person, like it's a friend, or just like a co-pilot in your life that you want to do life with, and kind of just see where the conversation goes. And the more detailed you can be with it, the more information you're going to get out of it to help you in whatever you're looking to do or find or whatever. I mean, it's really an amazing tool that's available for us, and we need it, man, because my generation, I mean, some of us still don't know how to download apps on the phone, so I'm getting ready to get a 24-year-old to start working with me to explain everything to me, because I don't know anything. It's funny, it's like I'm going to hire a kid that probably never, I don't think he graduated high school, but he's going to teach me, right? So he knows more than I do. So but that's just the way the world is, and your kids, they know more than you do with technology. But having artificial intelligence in your back pocket is a tool. It is a tool for you as a parent to learn about all this stuff. Like if you want to know, like, what is Snapchat? How is it used? What are the dangers? What do I have to pay attention to and look out for, or what my kid's doing, whatever? Type it in there, man. It'll tell you. It'll spit it all out and tell you everything. So it's a really good tool for us to be able to go to for anything we need. It's available 24/7. You can tell it whatever you want. It's non-judgmental, and it costs no money to do. They do have plans where you can pay a little bit more if you want to do some stuff like I'm doing and upload multiple documents and images and things and have it analyze stuff for you, whatever. But in the beginning, it doesn't cost anything, and even when you pay, it's only like $20 a month. So to me, it's well worth it. But anyway, that's pretty much it. So get the book, read the book, share the book, like the book, and let's try to bring our kids back home to relationships with their parents, which was most important in this world, is having a good, strong family foundation and being connected together, not separate while we're at dinner with everybody on their phone with their own group. You need to be connected together. So that's all I'm going to say here. So thank you for the time taking it to watch this video. Share this video, like this video, comment on this video, and let's change the world together. Thank you. Have a great day and a great Memorial Day weekend, because that's what it is right now. See you. Bye.